Do you have any insights? Have you been able to talk to some of these players before the match today?
Sadly, Revanite, no, I'm being a bad caster, a bad journalist out here. I haven't been able to talk to any of these players that we are going to see, but it doesn't matter because we're getting into it right now in this game one, starting over with Rocco Rockstar as Butler is pushing over towards top mid to grab control of this snipe. Looks like they have it a little bit here, but mid Oreo Crisis is going to take him out, so the snipe is going to be in the hands of Montana State with a little bit of hill time going towards Butler, but Camo's coming up.
Camo coming up is obviously going to be one of the most powerful first power-ups to get besides the sniper rifle. And with Montana State having the sniper rifle in hand, they have decided to elect that they're going to trust those players on the left side to do what they need to do to get that camo, because Butler University has prioritized this hill. And I'm sure you know, DalYn, one of the strategies is if you can't get camo, get some time on the hill, as they have already almost completely capped the hill. Not a single player from Montana State University are wanting to make a push on this. Instead, they're going to hold in tower and have Butler come to them. Alpha Slayer with a nice little flank, maybe an easy 1-2 cleanup. Unfortunately, only able to get one, but that will be Butler University taking the lead in this series.
Yeah, quick, easy first hill for Butler right there. I mean, we saw Montana State not even want to push. They were, there was still a quarter of the hill left. Montana State did not want to push in. I think also Butler got the camo there too. So, if I'm a Montana State player, I'm pretty upset about that first hill, but we got to turn around and get these players off of dummies. We see Alpha Slayer trying to do what he can to get a flank on these players. He has the flank, looking for a backpack right now. He's able to get one. And that is 3 dead for Butler, so a pretty good hill time here for Montana State as the last player for Butler is over towards Nest, and they've got to know he's there.
It's been extremely scrappy watching this game so far, DalYn. Montana State University electing to lose out on the first hill in favor of this tower hold. Butler University coming in and contesting the hill right away, but now it looks like Montana State have the hold that they want. They have Macaroni hanging out in the top tower. They have Ritzler as well hanging out in the back of tower, but forced to back off. Not quite. Macaroni did jump down from tower to try to support Ridzier? I think it's Ridzier. I thought that was an L for some reason, but it is in fact an I, dummy. But they are looking like they're going to be able to cap this hill, tying up the game so far, unless Butler University were to make a strong push in mud. And so far, Montana State University are holding strong.
Team scored.
Yeah, what a fantastic second hill from Montana State right there. I don't think they went more than 2 dead that entire hill. They had great pushes onto Butler. Butler was pushing, but they had great flanks. They did a great job just holding that hill and holding map control. And this is a pretty coordinated push over here towards Camo, over towards this P3 here. Look at the slays right now, Revanite. Montana State leading by a pretty decent margin in slays right now going into this third hill as they're on it. And all these Butler players are trapped towards Big Door and Sandbags, not really able to make a push. That's 4 dead for Butler, 2 up for Montana State. This is going to be some good hill time right here.
It will be for sure. The entirety of Butler University is hanging on to 2s across the board until Rocco got himself a double kill in that last team. But you can see the pings coming in, letting everybody know that we got to contest this sniper rifle. Unfortunately, Butler were a little bit early on that respawn for the sniper rifle, and Derby, unable to get a kill, is going to die and perhaps maybe transfer this sniper rifle over, as Mid Oreo Crisis is going to scoop that up for himself. But nobody on the hill right now. However, they do have half of the time acquired already, and it looks like Pale Nova is going to try and make a push towards Window. Unfortunately, it gets headed off by Macaroni and company, but Rocco hanging out on the hill. It's a scrappy beatdown in this hill right now, DalYn.
Derpy's doing what he can right now, living as much as he can, trying to waste a little bit of time and keep Montana State off of this hill, but not able to do too much. I mean, the push is coming in now for Butler, so this is going to be a little bit of hill control here for Butler, and some snipe control if they pick it up. Big kill right here from Kayla Nova onto Ritzier Axe right there, as they're getting some pretty decent hill time. Another kill right there on a Mid Oreo Crisis, holding this hill. 2 dead for Montana State, 4 up for Butler. Spawners are coming in towards C. Pretty decent hold right here for Butler. Let's see if they can keep it.
It's going to be all the way up to Montana State to try and make a push into this hill. They cannot let Butler steal this hill from underneath them. Here it comes. The go button has been pressed, and 2 dead already for Butler University. And just like that, DalYn, they're going to cap the hill. Not a single person except for Mid Oreo Crisis went down for Montana State. But wait a minute, DalYn. Butler are still here, and now the teammates are respawning, but Macaroni managed to get the beat down, and it will be a hill for Montana State after what was a scrappy fight once again around that hill.
Enemy team took the hit.
Yeah, Revanite, I don't know what I was just watching. I saw, I think, 6 players walk over a full snipe and not touch it in the hill right there, Revanite. If I'm wow, I don't know. I'm always grabbing the snipe if I get the chance, but they are going to grab this camo. We're here with Derpy Squid going towards top mid. 2-1 is Montana State right now. Derpy making this a little slow play here with camo, getting his back smack, looking for another one towards the sandbags. Gets one. That's a double kill for him. 3 dead now for Montana State, 4 up for Butler. So a pretty decent break right there with camo. Looking for this last player. Spawners are coming up towards camo. All of them are there, so this is going to be a pretty decent push for Montana State if they're able to get this camo kill, but Derpy's going to pick up one and play his life. Good hill time right now. Looking to tie up this game is Butler University. Oh my god!
Just trying to stay alive, but finally Derpy Squid gets taken down. I don't know about you, Dalyn, but watching a mouse and keyboard player just spin around is kind of insane and crazy. Macaroni just checking his scoreboard to make sure that and confirm that there are 3 dead indeed for Butler University. And it looks like Montana State are definitely about to take this hill as well. Butler had a good hold for a while, but this has kind of been a consistent problem for Butler. They have a great hold for a little bit, and then Montana State comes flying in with a great strong side attack, and that's another 3 dead for Butler University. The last guy's on hill, just Derpy Squid up by himself, and Macaroni gets him a love tap from behind, and that will be a 3rd consecutive hill for Montana State ever since Butler took that first hill in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, Montana State definitely showing a little more of their veteran status, being their 2nd season in College Halo, their 2nd season as a team together, and it seems that they're a little bit more coordinated than Butler University is. I think we see a lot of solo pushes coming from Butler players, and you know, a lot of coordination from Montana State, able to stop these single pushes from the Butler players. But as I say that, snipe in the hands of Derpy Squid. 3 players fighting Ritzier Axe right here top mid, looking for the spawners on sandbags. Good no scope right there. It's 3 bullets against him in the air. Nice shot right there from Mid Oreo Crisis taken out, or Derpy Squid taken out Mid Oreo Crisis, sorry, and some good hill time. Slinging that mouse across the mouse pad right now.
He is just spinning all the way around and looking more like a Call of Duty POV than it is a Halo one. But he's going to take down 1, and he's going to take down 2. Derpy Squid, despite what I might say, is doing the work for Butler University. And he hits them, but no scope as well. Nice follow-up. Can he get the 3rd? No, he can't. Mid Oreo Crisis is going to get the commando sneak all the way around Butler, but Butler, it might already be a little too late. No, it's not. Montana State comes flying in. They're flooding this hill. They're sending the bodies, and the bodies might just be enough. And yes, it is. And Butler are going to take the 4th, the 4th hill. Oh my goodness, I need to keep track of my math skills, my counting. I'm just going up in increments of 1, but it's still very difficult. Ritzy are getting away with murder on Derpy Squid. But look at this. Montana State have elected that they are going to, instead of fighting over camo, which I think was burned anyways, they're just going to try to get as much hill time as they can. Not going to be a whole lot, as it's only just a 1/4 of hill time. But here come Butler with a nice position to try and contest this hill. Kel Nova getting taken down. Mid Oreo Crisis taking down Rockstar as well, but Confused Squid with the return kill on Mid Oreo Crisis, and it's all Montana State on this hill using the QT, but I think there is a camo player still alive, and so we had just seen Montana State have the camo player somewhere. I'm not exactly sure who it is, but it will be Butler still holding on to this hill. For some reason, it's just been a constant bloodbath on this hill.
Yeah, Butler is seeming, I mean, both these teams are seeming a little crazy at the moment. Spawners are coming in, the pushes are coming in pretty much constantly, trying to pick up these kills. 2 dead for Butler, 1 dead for Montana State. Kayla Nova in the hill, though, pretty much for free, but here comes the contest from Montana State. Looking to get the melee in the nade, not able to get it. Derpy Squid pushing, but there's 3 players over here towards B, and Butler is all out in the open right now. It's going to be, oh, this is looking rough.
This is looking absolutely insane. This has kind of been the theme of this game, and somehow, some way, Butler come out ahead as Montana State are 3 dead, an entire team wipe, and Butler getting the buddy spawns as well is crucial. I think it looks like Montana State are absolutely going to just elect to get this hill and give it away to Butler once again, with Oreo having the snipe as well. Somewhere, some way, he is just holding out with the sniper rifle over in Nest Bridge. And my goodness, this Confused Squid guy is just fighting for his life in back green. Finally gonna get hunted down by Montana State, but not before, yes, another player from Butler goes down. But here comes the push onto ramp. Ricks here trying to use the green gun, but unfortunately not gonna be able to get much use out of it. And once again, it's just a constant scrap battle around this hill. It's just, I mean, I'm at a loss for words, Dalyn. This is crazy. Derpy Squid taking down Mid-Oreo Crisis with the sidekick. Nice to have that in your back pocket. Looking to make a push into tower that cause come through. But Macaroni with the sniper rifle going to immediately stall this one out. And Ritzier getting another kill. But Macaroni finally getting taken down by Derpy Squid. And Derpy Squid's not quite done yet. He's looking to chase. He's looking to grab the sniper rifle, but there's nothing there. And it looks like Butler, after all of that, are going to finally get some well time. And Mid-Oreo Crisis, you're all by yourself, buddy. Where's the rest of your team? They're spawning in the back of A.
Yeah, speaking of Derpy Squid, Revan, I look at him 23 and 16 right now, absolutely putting the team on his back. The damage is coming in from his teammates, but the cleanups are coming in right now. Pretty decent hold right here for Butler from Montana State. You've got to get here. You maybe have 1 or 2 pushes left. Here comes the push through bottom mid, though. Derpy Squid is able to get out, but is picked up by Mid-Oreo Crisis. So is Rocco Rockstar. There's 4 players from Montana State over here towards Camo, looking for the third right now, but he's not able to get it quite yet.
How is he alive? I don't understand how he was alive for so long, but Butler finally falls, and Montana State are on the hill. And Alpha Slayer going to take that powerful top tower position, but he immediately gets backed off by the rest of Butler. We're all just flooding through mid and bottom mid. Mid-Oreo Crisis has nobody to shoot at from Nest because not a single player from Butler is pushing that way. They're already at C-Ramp, and Derpy Squid gets 2. Alpha Slayer trying to do what he can. Derpy Squid cannot get the repulse, unfortunately, and that attack went all over the place. But it looks like Montana State are going to actually hold on this map. I'm not sure, though, because Confused Squid and Rocco are giving them all that they've got to try to win this fight over C-Plat. And there's just a few seconds left, but it's not going to be enough. Nobody went on the hill, and Montana State still the last one. And I don't know, it's just absolute pandemonium in this game. But Montana State come out ahead, and Butler, unfortunately, not able to come through in the last seconds. I am just so ready to get right into this game, and let's not beat around the bush. We're going to start off on the POV of Rocco Rockstar as he looks to try and give Butler Bulldogs what they need to get ahead in this series. And an entire, like their whole team is just hanging out in Peace Streets. Dalyn, help me.
There's your fisticuffs right there. The first kill of the game is a beatdown from Derpy Squid onto Mid-Oreo Crisis right now, putting Butler up 1-0 pretty quick in this game. 4 players towards pink. Oh, that wasn't the stalker. That's the carbine. Sorry. Oh my God. 3-0 now for Butler University as the push comes in, the collapse comes in, and Macaroni is going to get out. Mid-Oreo Crisis fighting Rockstar bottom mid, able to get the first kill on the board for Montana State, but the pinch is coming quick for Butler as they're able to pick up another one to make it a quick 5-1 to start this game. Looking to make it 6.
Really quickly, we got 6 kills already off the rip, a 5-kill lead in this game. We have 2 players hanging out over in PD. The red gun gets backed off as he's just taking too much fire. But look at how many people are hanging out over by this arcade spot. And Rocco Rockstar looking to make the flank with Butler University, but Alpha Slayer's on a mission of his own. But here comes the collapse. They're all trapped here in Planter. One goes down, maybe another will go down. Will Derpy be able to overcome the power of the assault rifle? No, will not. It's a complete team wide Ritz here. You have to run, because here comes the Butler Bulldogs. You're just a little cat all by your lonesome, and Derpy Squid with the red gun's gonna let him know about it.
Yeah, 10-1 to start off this game. It's 2 different teams I'm watching right now. Some great slaying power out of Butler. I mean, we saw Derpy Squid show up last game, but we're seeing Kayla Nova show up right now this game. I'm not going to say the KD because I'm not going to curse it, but it's 10-1 right now. All 4 players alive for both teams. Playing a little bit of 2-2 right here is Butler. Looks like players are pushing over towards pink. Mid-Oreo Crisis is going to get the kill onto Rocco Rockstar bottom mid. Macaroni's picking up Confused Squid. Here comes a pinch. 2 dead for Butler. Looking about to be 3, but Derpy picks up 1 with the spike grenade. Wow. Macaroni picking up Kayla Nova in the back. Gonna make Kayla Nova 4-1 now. 11-4 on the scoreboard. Butler up by 7 here. Kimmel's up in 15. This is gonna be pretty good.
A little bit of a rally for the Bobcats is quickly turned into a sweep from the Bulldogs, and Butler University, Rocco Rockstar popping the camo. That's their victory for that one, but it looks like camo is actually spawning pretty quick. So how long? Wait a minute, Dalyn. That's the camo from the first set? They didn't pop it, and now there's potentially 2 camos on the map? What is going on, Dalyn?
Wait, I think Camo's sitting down. Okay, Mid-Oreo Crisis. Nope, Mid-Oreo Crisis did not pick up the camo. I think the camo's sitting bottom B stairs right now. Rocco Rockstar might have it, but yeah, okay. Rocco has camo over towards tires.
Who has the camo from the second? Did it get burned? I don't know. Maybe it did get burned, but the fact that we have the potential of having like 2 camos on the same map at the same time would have been absolutely crazy. But this lead is a 10-kill lead. Make that 12. Going to be 13. Sorry, no, it's still 12. I just can't count. But it's still a 12-kill lead. And I think this is going to actually, never mind. I was right. It's 13 kills now. And it's potentially going to be more as Butler University, they're just literally going around in a circle. And they're catching Montana State every single time.
This is exactly what I was talking about, Revanite. Butler is doing a fantastic job keeping Montana State in this bad spawn cycle. I mean, they're getting spawns together, but the push from Butler comes every time. They're not watching their flank. I think I see at least 2 or 3 players from Butler flanking every time. They get pretty free kills, and then Montana State just doesn't turn around until they're already one-shot, and it's too late. But Mid-Oreo Crisis taking some words from my mouth and flanking right now. 2 kills right now. 2 dead for Butler. Pretty big kills right there for Montana State. The repulse comes in, but Derby's going to get one. Alpha Slayer going to get the trade, 25-14 now, a 9-kill lead. 11-kill lead, Revanite. Doing math. Rocco picking up 1 over towards Cafe, trying to live, but Macaroni's getting some pretty good shots. Getting out with the repulse, but the flank comes in. Mid-Oreo Crisis getting the kill on to Rocco Rockstar. On Butler over here towards B. 1 player looks like back A. Montana State looking like they're might be pushing, but Butler is pushing back, waiting for teammates. This could be a good push right here.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here comes the team fight. They're all collapsing on each other in A and Cafe. Who is going to get first blood? It will be Mid-Oreo Crisis with a punch to Kale Nova. Rocco Rockstar trading him out, though. Here comes the flood from the Bobcats. Is it going to be enough? Unfortunately, yes, it will. Actually, because Ritzier is going to get 1. He's going to get 2. And that will be Butler, 1 by 1, cleaned out of A. And Montana State just trying to figure out where they're going to go next. The Shroud used a little bit too early, in my opinion, because Camo's up in a few seconds. A little bit of a misplay, but it might not matter because this game's been absolutely scrappy. Can Mid-Oreo Crisis survive with Camo? Yes, he does. He's going to barely escape on a mid with his life, and that was a ballsy play from that guy.
Yeah, this is a really big camo for Montana State here, down 9 kills. Look at, oh my god, all 4 Butler players pushing down C steps right now, pushing into pink. Oh my god, this could be big. There's damage. Looking for the back smack though. What's up, player on you? No!
Oh, it just went all falling apart for Montana State. We thought we had a good flank, but unfortunately, he got turned around. The tables got flipped, and it's actually the Butler Bulldogs who are going to get those kills and kill Montana State's camo player, and increasing their lead by 10 still. 31-21, and it's just been constant action since the beginning, Dalyn. I don't think we've ever had a break because it just keeps coming. These guys keep happening. Macaroni trying to fight for his life, but Butler get another 3K. And Mid-Oreo Crisis, he's all alone in bottom A, but does anybody know he's actually here? He's just hanging out all alone, waiting for somebody to cross his field of vision, but he might be in a perfect position to flank. He finally comes out of A. But unfortunately for him, all of Butler are just fleeing, running away. Except for Rocco Rockstar who's trying to hold strong. But here comes the attack from Pink. And Pink Streets is going to end up in 1, and they're going to try to chase down 2. Macaroni, you're in top A. Watch your flank. He's not going to watch his flank, but then again, neither are the rest of Butler. Actually, it might not even matter because Butler somehow still stays alive and they trade that kill out. What is happening? Confused Squid hanging out in a cafe. Alpha Slayer trying to live in PD, but Rocco Rockstar takes him down, and Rocco Rockstar using PD to try to stay alive. He repulses 1, but Macaroni holding true, and KO Nova finally going to get the kill, but here comes the collapse, and Montana State are falling once again. Actually, maybe not, because Butler University, Confused Squid all by himself in PD. Is the rest of Montana State going to collapse on him? No, because the Butler just spawned over in A, and Montana State just gives up the position. 5 minutes are remaining, and it's 40-28. Do Montana State have what it takes to come back in this game, or is it going to be Butler who's going to finish this one strong?
What a nade. Coming in 42-28 right now. Ritzier pushing players bottom mid, but not able to get the kill. Rocco Rockstar up here. The Camel's coming up in just a few seconds with all Montana State players over towards PD. Oh my god, he's going to get absolutely destroyed right there. Kayla Nova by himself towards A right now. A pretty decent lead for Butler, getting close to the end of this game, but the camo is up. There's 1 player dead for Butler. Kayla Nova's by themselves, still gets picked up by Mid-Oreo Crisis, so this could be big for them. Rocco Rockstar's also over there kind of by themselves. Mid-Oreo looking, is taken out by Derpy Squid. Macaroni gets 2. What's happening?
I know how you're feeling, Dalyn. This is God's constant action over and over and over again. Hardly a moment to breathe, hardly a pause. As we have confused Squid, he was thinking about making that push across bottom mid, but as soon as he thought about it, 2 players from Montana State started to push out Pink Street. Derpy Squid, though, getting 1 kill. Alpha Slayer go down, and here comes the collapse. Kill Nova and Rocco Rockstar get another 2 kills, and we are 1 kill away from wrapping up this game. It's just Mid-Oreo Crisis all by himself. Can he win the 1-1? No! There's a sticky grenade attached to his head, and Rocco Rockstar bagging on the team of Montana State and letting them know that they're going to tie up the series, and they are not done yet. What a strong finish from Butler Bulldogs.
Some of the best of College Halo that we have this semester, and it's going to be a knockout, drag-out game, but we're getting into this neutral bomb on Aquarius game 3. I think I blacked out for a minute there. I missed I don't know. I missed it, but we're back.
What happened in the last 15 minutes? I don't know. I blinked and we're here.
We're here, and it looks like Butler has the bomb. Pushing Rocco. Melees are coming in right now, Rev.
The melee spree continues. Mid-Oreo Crisis, however, gets a point-blank kill on Derpy Squid. A bomb is being planted already by Montana State. Yeah, no, sorry, Butler. Butler used the camo, and they're going to plant the bomb, and Montana State left wondering what the heck happened. However, he stood around the base a little bit too long, and the ensuing explosion does the work for Montana State and takes down Rocco, who has the camo. So, no camo for now, Dalyn.
Rev, I have no clue how Butler just capped that bomb. Montana State, they were all there. They were, I guess, but they were all there in it. They're about to cap another one. They were all there in util, and Butler just gets a pretty great push and gets the kills, getting more melee kills. Derpy Squid with 2 melee kills, looking for a triple kill right there. Go for 4. He's on P-Door. You know he's there. Get the.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was all my fault, Dalyn. I cast a curse Derpy. But somehow, some way, Montana State hold true, but the bomb is not being expedited outside of the base, and Butler are at risk of having a free bomb delivered to them as Rocco, he ices up and takes down 2. Montana State on the defense once again, but Rocco electing to stay sneaky, and Macaroni with the sneaky beatdown didn't quite get the backspec that he was hoping for, but all 3 players are spawning in Fridge. Derpy trying to hold strong, but it's just Rocco all by himself. Does he have anybody helping him out? No, he does not. He's all alone, and the rest of Butler are all spawning back in yellow, so it looks like for now, Montana State is going to try and keep this game close, as somehow, some way, they're going to hold the defense and potentially push this bomb across the map.
Yeah, pretty great save right there. Goal line stand for Montana State, able to stop Butler on that push. They almost had that bomb capped, but they are able to get it out, get it towards the halfway point of the map with Camo coming. It's past the halfway point. They're on their P-Door right now, looking to get into their base with Camo popping up right now. The nades are coming out. Ritzier gets one with the battle rifle. Ritzier gets another one with the grenade, stopping that bomb push for now. But Camo is here in their base. Do they know? Will they find him? Ooh, it's the melee on one, gets the kill, looking to get more. Mid-Oreo Crisis gets one across the map. Camo still in play here. Bomb stopped up here at P2, so Derpy Squid having a little bit of time to push and stop this bomb. Gets one, looking for another. The melee trade comes in. What else would it be? A killjoy right there. Rocco Rockstar gets 2, pushing the bomb towards the Butler base. Oh, sorry, the Montana State base. But Mid-Oreo Crisis, the last one there to stop a little bit of this momentum. Nades are coming in right now. Rocco Rockstar living, trying to get out towards the front of the base. But Ritzier is going to be there to get the kill. Looking for another one. Mid-Oreo Crisis picks up the kill, getting that bomb out of there. But Confused Squid getting some shots up from P2. Going to get the bomb through. So this is... Derpy Squid's behind me. Backsmack.
I'm sorry. It's just a continuation of the boxing match as Macaroni throws a fisticuff at Butler University and Jen. And Confused Squid using the plasma grenade to try and take down Macaroni. Finally takes down Macaroni, but not before he dies. And it looks like Butler University will finally be able to move this ball across the midline. But Mid-Oreo Crisis is there to meet him. Rocco Rockstar gets a trade back, but Ritzier gets completely nuked by a wayward grenade, forced to retreat for his life, but here comes the attack from Derpy. Derpy getting the easy cleanup on one. Can he get two? Perhaps, maybe. Macaroni trying to do what he can to force it into another melee fight. And Butler University continuing to push this bomb. Unfortunately, not going to be able to reveal anybody with that tracer dart, but the push from Fridge is very, very strong, and although Derpy was perfectly set up in Gen, he has a perfect flank on Montana State. Alpha Slayer trying to stay alive, and Gen will do so. Derpy Squid finally gets taken down, but the bomb, well, no, the bomb is being taken by Montana State. They move it across P1, and once again, we're at the 50-yard line waiting for somebody to make that push into their base. Rocco Rockstar staying alive in Gen, putting some pivotal damage. You see some jiggle peek, Smooth. I see you, Alpha Slayer, trying to jiggle peek a little bit. Oh my gosh, but 3, make that 4 beatdowns happen off screen. And the bomb moved from the midpoint now into the base of Butler. And Butler going to hold things back just a little bit. They're all spawning Fridge. And now here comes another push towards P2. But there to meet them is Montana State. Mid-Oreo Crisis gets the back whack on Derpy. Confused Squid gets dropped to no shields by a fist, but Mid-Oreo Crisis getting traded out, and Macaroni over in back Fridge doing what he can to stay alive, now being forced to back off, but where did this guy come from? He just dropped down from the sky, and okay, well, that push went nowhere.
Yeah, we saw the big bomb push to start off the game for Butler, and then it has been just back and forth since then. We've seen both teams carry the bomb into the other team's base and then get 4 dead basically, and then the other team pushes the bomb towards the halfway point into their base and then gets 4 dead. So it's just been back and forth right now as Montana State again getting the bomb towards the P-door of Butler University and then getting 4 dead. So Butler's going to take this bomb over towards P1, P2 now. Rocco Rockstar gets the kill with the nade from the grave. Confused Squid getting some shots, a little bit of damage across the map onto the Montana State players as the bomb is just sitting up P2. Mid-Oreo Crisis gets one with the nade as well. So Macaroni just sitting here, KJ turreting, putting out some damage right now for their teammates. Mid-Oreo Crisis getting the kill. Bomb still is sitting over towards the P side, down towards P1 now as the push from Montana State comes, but the pinch is coming for Butler.
Oh, and the fight still continues. I mean, these players know there's more to the map than just being in front of the face of your opponents, right? Like, just constantly fighting each other. Like, in melee range, this is absolutely insane. Macaroni is holding a powerful position over in base, putting out some pivotal damage to try to get this bomb moving once again, but Butler already in position to make the moves themselves. Here comes Macaroni dropping down from his position over in tower, getting a nice 5 on Confused Squid. And here comes the push from Montana State. It's only Rocco, but he gets a double kill to stall things out. Can he stay alive? Yes, he can. He gets the triple kill. And Mid-Oreo Crisis is going to get taken down by a 5 from perfect Derpy Squid. And Derpy Squid going to look to move this across Fish, but this honestly just needs to go through Gen's side because they keep getting this respawn over in Fridge, but 2 go down once again from Montana State. And the Bobcats are reeling from this attack from the Butler Bulldogs. Mid-Oreo Crisis sending a grenade, dropping Rockstar to no shields, but Macaroni gets a double kill. And Gale Nova, he's all that's left. He's trying to survive in P steps, making his way towards P1, P2. He can't figure out what he wants to do yet, but Ritzier going to go ahead and challenge him, taking some damage from that grenade, but he can't finish the kill, and Ritzier takes him down. And here goes Montana State with the push through P side. 2 players of Butler University ready to meet them with the player over in yellow base as well. And a call is made to stall things out just a little bit as Butler looks to defend. Butler making a push on Ritzier, getting taken out with a commando, but Alpha Slayer gets 2 melees because he has the camo and just flanks Butler. Confused Squid trying to stay alive but forced to retreat to Fridge. But Alpha Slayer's not done yet. He already sees Derpy Squid, but Derpy Squid nuts shoulders with him. Alpha Slayer, he's confused. Where did he go? He gets a peek out. Oh, what the heck? Derpy Squid drops the ball and gets reversed by Alpha Slayer. And it just continues. And I don't even know what's happening. But Alpha Squid just looking for beatdowns after beatdown. And he continues to get them gifted to him. Finally taken down as his reign of terror ends by Gale Nova.
Look at the scoreline right now, Revanite. Derpy Squid 26 and 14. Rocco Rockstar 22 and 14 right now. Half of those have got to be melees. Another melee trade coming in right now. It's going to be 2 dead for Butler. The bomb cap is coming in, but the push is coming in. That's 3 dead for Butler now. No players in Montana State in the base of Butler, so it looks like it's going to be a dead bomb unless Ritzier Axe is able to get into the back of their base and get the bomb cap. Doesn't look like Butler knows that they're... Oh, no, now he knows. They get stuck melee with the bomb.
That was a lunge and a half for Ritzier, taking down Butler's defense, but finally they're going to be able to toss the ball outside of their base, give themselves a little bit of breathing room. It's just been all Montana State forcing fight after fight after fight. Butler are just trying to fight outside of their base because Montana State is not giving up the halfway point. Rocco Rockstar getting caught over in Fridge, but he's going to hold true. No, he's not! The perfect fight from Alpha Slayer! And Alpha Slayer seems to be the bane of the existence for Butler University. Finally taken down by Derpy Squid, but it's going to be a trade over in Jen, and here comes a strong push from Jen. Ritzier dropped down to no shields, looking to go behind, gets taken down by Confused Squid. The defense from Butler, they're trying to hold strong. Can the Bulldogs bark? A Rockstar, where are you going? He gets hit by Mid-Oreo Crisis, and it's just constant fights. Macaroni gets two. He got two. He got two. And Confused Squid is looking the wrong way, but he's just looking right at him. He gets the beat down, just leaving the ball behind in corridor. But he gets the spawns that he needs, but does he have the support for the rest of his team? I don't think he does. As Rocco Rockstar off the respawn comes in and does get the bomb, drop the cross, but it's going to be the camel player of who other than Alpha Slayer. He can't get the jump up though, and it's just Derpy Squid left all alone in base. Another teammate, he gets stuck on geometry for just a few seconds, but Montana State, they're planting the bomb. You gotta turn around a little bit, but he's not gonna turn around at all. He finds him, he gets the play, and unfortunately for Butler University, the defense just couldn't hold it. Rocco Rockstar, the bait for crying out loud. I'm losing my mind, Dalyn.
Revanite, this is an insane game of neutral bomb right now. I mean, you know what? Fantastic cap right there from Montana State. They were able to stall the ball in the base of Butler for just long enough to get that camo, to let the Slaves come in, and that camo is inevitably what won them that bomb and what tied up the game with a minute and a half left. 30 kills on the board right now for Derpy Squid, but Ritzier Axe has the ball, looking to take it towards the Butler base. Playing this a little bit slow over here towards table as the kill from Macaroni comes in, but Rocco Rockstar is going to kill the ball carrier, but Mid-Oreo Crisis with the perfect on the Derpy Squid right there. 2 dead now for Butler, 2 dead for Montana State as well. The nade comes in, not able to hit, so Rocco is going to stop that bomb push and take it over towards P, but Alpha Slayer is all over this push towards P2, but he's got to fight 3 players before he does anything.
Forced to back away from the Bulldogs, but it will be more melee fisticuffs happening, and I just don't understand, Dalyn. There's more to the map. You don't need to run at them, but it's working for Montana State. And 3 goes down for Butler, and Derpy Squid's just trying to get back to base as quickly as he can. Drop down to no shields. Another fisticuff happens again, but unfortunately, Montana State are not there to grab the ball, and Butler is on the respawn, but it's 3 dead again, and Montana State are making a push through Fidge, and unfortunately for Confused Squid, Alpha Slayer's right behind him, finally gets the kill, but Montana State, they're stalling on Fridge. Another green guy shoots out, and Alpha Slayer with a giant PP, unfortunately not able to be big enough to take down Derpy Squid. That's right, I call the Plasma Pistol a PP because that's... Oh my god, this is the game of the ages, Dalyn, but I don't know if it's for all the right reasons, or maybe it is. Maybe it doesn't actually matter. We're here for it, but the seconds are timing down. We're going into overtime.
Oh, camo in the hands of Mid-Oreo Crisis, but he's spotted out by Rocco Rockstar. 3 players over here. What are we doing? The double kill. Oh, 3 dead now for Montana State. The ball is in the base of Butler. There's only 1 player. Macaroni gets 2. Derpy Squid with the flank. Montana State.
Derpy.
This is gonna be. They're coming in, Peter. You know it there. Get the melees. Wait. In quarters. He's got it.
Oh my god, Butler Bulldogs, they do it in overtime, and they take game number 3 in spectacular fashion. It's been crazy. It's been melees all over the place. People just running at each other, ignoring each other, going for the back whacks. It's just been a nonsensical match, and I've gone insane, but it finally ends as the Bulldogs take the lead in the series. Buckle up, chat. I hope you got your popcorn. I hope you got your water. Thank you so much for EHC Gaming for gifting so many subs to the Quickly Podcast, showing some love to our boys who are watching the game as we are casting it live. We're going into game number 4 between the Butler Bulldogs and the Montana State Bobcats, and Alpha Slayer draws first blood for Montana State.
We're here with Rocco towards top white. Nobody's gone towards that ball yet. They're just trying to get a little bit of map control, a little bit of slays. Mid Oreo Crisis gets 1. Ritzier gets 2. Looking for the shock rifle. I love this from Mid Oreo Crisis. Looking for that shock rifle, but going for the ball. Derpy Squid picks up macaroni from that ledge. The shots are coming in from top and bottom 8. It's going to be 2 dead now for Montana State. No ball time, only 2 seconds here, but Ritzier grabbing that ball. Kayla Nova looking for these players over towards white, trying to maybe stop this push towards long haul. Confused Squid is there as well, getting the damage onto Ritzier. He's by himself. Pretty easy kill. And then they're going to be 3 players towards C. This is going to be a pretty decent hold here for Butler starting off this game, passing the 8-point mark here, getting into it. The spawners are coming up. It's pretty spread out for Montana State right now. 2 players towards gold. 1 long haul. The push comes in. Mid Oreo Crisis is picked up by Rocco. Macaroni's meleeing the air. There's nobody there yet. Rocco Rockstar gets 2 dead now. Alpha Slayer by himself over in bottom white. Ritzier coming to do something, but 3 players are dead for your team. You can't do anything else. 27 points now for Butler as the kills came in. The hold is coming in, but here comes the push from Montana State towards bottom blue.
You can definitely tell that it's the practice hold for Butler University. Confused Squid, unfortunately, nobody was watching bottom blue tunnels, but it's just another fight fest. He's trying to get the ninja, but Ritzier just plays the ball instead. And Butler are just gonna beat Montana State to the punch. And it looks like against all odds, somehow the Montana State Bulldogs managed to break that hold in Hydro. And we are reset once again. Literally, Price is trying to spin around. He actually gets a reversal on Kale Nova. How crazy was that, Dalyn?
Yeah, great kill right there from Mid Oreo Crisis. Looking for another one right here, but Alpha Slayer's going to pick him up. Shock right now in the hands of Mid Oreo Crisis. This could be dangerous if you're Butler. The shots are coming out. Not able to hit the head there, but gets a little bit of damage. 2 dead for Butler. All 4 up for Montana State as Mid Oreo Crisis is getting this ball into gold. Pretty decent spot to hold this ball here with 2 players towards A and 2 players towards long haul. For Butler, the carbine shots are coming in. They're going to get Alpha Slayer right there, so it's going to be 1 dead. Here comes the push from Butler. The damage is in. There's 2 players bottom mid. Ritzier gets Kayla Nova by himself in gold. Looking for the stick. Just shoot him in the head. He's 1 shot.
Whoa.
Here's the camo. Derpy Squid looking for that.
Are you kidding me?
He smells it.
I was gonna
Oh my God.
Going to getting a little greedy with that back smack, Dalyn. Derpy Squid, unconventionally in my opinion, just going for the back smack instead of just going for the easy kill with camo. He wasn't even looking at him, but unfortunately gives him the perfect opportunity to get that grenade off, and it will be Montana State who are continuing to hold on to this ball. The call is being made to try to move this towards Hydro. Confused Squid did spawn in the correct spot to try to head this off, but he accidentally gave the rest of Montana State to spawn over in A as well, and now they have to hold in A. But Derpy Squid taking down Macaroni with the shock rifle is going to put a pause to this hold. Alpha Slayer trying to put down some damage on Rocco Rocket, but Rocco Rocket has the help of his teammate, but Montana State do make the play to throw the ball off of the map, giving Butler University no chance to try to recover this ball time. But 46 seconds to 36 seconds so far in this first round, and Kale Nova is lighting things up with that shock rifle. Derpy Squid trying to make some moves over in Whirlpool. Confused Squid making some moves behind him, but Alpha Slayer getting the perfect on Rocco Rockstar. Mid Oreo Crisis taking down Confused Squid. Kale Nova doing what he can in the wings, but Macaroni just walks right up to Derpy Squid and lets him know with a fist. And Kale Nova getting taken down by Ritzier Axe, and it looks like Montana State, if I could just learn how to speak English, are going to hold this ball again in back gold. And Butler, they are getting the spawns that they need in long haul to try to make a push, but is anybody going to head them off in Whirlpool? Ritzier doing what he can against Kale Nova. Kale Nova trading back with Mid Oreo Crisis, but Butler might have just broken the hold. Unfortunately, it's still just continuing. The boxing match never stops, and Butler finally punches their way to grabbing this ball in gold.
Yeah, about a 30-point deficit here for Butler. The push came in, a pretty great push to get those kills. Lots of damage taken from Montana State, and Butler was able to capitalize on that, get the push. Lots of pushes. You know, they're flanking there. They've got 1 pushing from gold, 1 pushing from glass, 1 jumping up bat ledge to get the push, get the flank. Confused Squid is just sitting in a corner right now. Derpy Squid is able to get 2. Confused Squid still in the corner. I thought they were AFK, but we're just sitting here right now. But some ball time here as we are passing the 70-point mark. It looks like it's going to be the lead for Butler University getting to the end of this map 1. Camo's up. Derpy Squid bottom mid grabbing it. And here is the lead now for Butler, but there's 2 Montana State players pushing in. The shots coming in, getting 1. There's 2 more players in glass and 1 spawning up towards long haul, so this could be big here if Derpy Squid is able to get this flank before the push comes in from Montana State. And this is a pretty decent hold. We saw the green gun ready to go. Kayla Nova gets 1. The melees come in. Rocco Rockstar gets another one. The melees are still coming in right now. They're still meleeing each other.
Oh my god! The corner strat works for Butler University, and the T-Mags he's just letting Montana State know that yes, they used the rattiest strategy that it could absolutely find, and Montana State just runs right into a wall. And the Butler Bulldogs take round number 1 in this recharge oddball, and Derpy Squid taking down Alpha Slayer. He's going to have the camo as his reward, and he's going to look to make things happen with this powerful power-up.
Yeah, camo in the hands of Butler. Control of the ball side of the map here with all of the Montana State players pushing towards A, white, or long haul. Finding Mid Oreo Crisis over here towards glass. Gets 1 shot, but Mid Oreo Crisis is going to run away. Alpha Slayer gets Kayla Nova across the map. Somebody grab the ball. It's Mid Oreo Crisis right there. The Pax map comes in for Derpy Squid. Looking for another one towards Whirlpool. Shooting Alpha Slayer right now. 1 shot. Shots are coming in from C as well. Here comes the push, the flank, the pinch coming in. Kills coming in for Butler and Montana State. Here's long haul. Get that stop right there. Macaroni able to pick up that kill in long haul. Here comes the push. Here comes the pinch again.
Will Montana State do what they need to do? Unfortunately, so much damage as both players from Montana State get nuked by both a grenade and a plasma grenade from exploding at that doorway. And once again, we have Confused Squid. You know him, you love him. He also loves this spot. He has called it home. He set up his tent. He set up his campfire. He's even inspecting the weapon, just waiting for somebody to approach him. Unfortunately for Montana State, and unfortunately for him, nobody is making the push just yet. Derpy Squid takes down Mid Oreo Crisis from across the way. And Confused Squid, peekaboo! How's it going? Is he gonna win the battle? No, he's not. And Macaroni's gonna take him down. A back whack comes in from somewhere. Was it a ninja? I don't know. I didn't see it in the feed, but all players from Montana State are fighting. It was in the feed. Okay, so there was a ninja somewhere. We missed it a little bit. He's taking his... Okay, that was Rich here. I thought that was a Bulldog using the grapple to get into Blue Tunnel, trying to close the distance between them. But Derpy Squid winning the BR battle against them, and Macaroni getting taken down. They grab the ball. Mid Oreo Crisis, you need to win it. Oh, you have to reload. He had to reload too. And Control, where's the over? No, Alpha Slayer takes away the over, and Alpha Slayer falls. But there's going to be a little bit of a hold for some time as Rocco Rockstar getting ready to play this ball if Montana State crosses his field of vision, I'm sure. Or maybe he's just going to go for it. What? Wait, how is that not a stick? The ball blocked a plasma grenade. That is crazy bad luck for Montana State University. But if you're a Butler Bulldog fan, that's like, wow, that grenade just took down 2. But it's not going to matter because Kale Nova took down the Alpha Slayer in return. And he's going to grab this ball. He's going to make the push towards back Hydro. And he's going to hold in this little spot. It's going to hang out right here. This is his home now. This is his place. He feels a little bit of pressure. He plays the ball. Where's the rest of his team? I don't know. They're too busy boxing out Montana State. At 67 seconds to 19 seconds, Montana State needs to do something as we only have 3.5 minutes left in this game.
Montana State in a pretty decent spot to get a little bit of a hold here if they're able to pick up these players towards Whirlpool and Gold. But Kayla Nova gets a kill with the plasma pistol in 2026, Revanite. I love to see it. Derpy Squid gets the shot with the shock rifle. Looking for another one. The damage is coming in, though. Macaroni gonna play their life a little bit. Looking for the head there. Not able to hit it quite yet. But here is the hold in Gold. Where is Confused Squid? Get in your corner, buddy.
Confused Squid, unfortunately, he is hiding out in Whirlpool, gets headed off by Macaroni, but it might be enough, perhaps. Uh-oh, here comes the collapse from Montana State. 3 go down. It's just Kale Nova. That's all that's left. And everybody falls, and Butler University dropped the ball quite literally into Montana State's hands. Alpha Slayer making a push across A-Cat. I don't think he's going to be able to get anything done there. But Ritz here is trying to hold in red pipes as Derpy Squid looks to put on a little bit of pressure. The grenades are coming in. The damage is coming in. But Derpy Squid trades out one. Is it going to be enough? The ball gets grabbed. But here comes Rocco Rockstar to play.
Oh.
He takes one.
Oh.
He takes out two. And that might have been it. Montana State, they are nowhere to be found. And it's Butler's favorite hold on this yellow steps. On these golden steps. He's going to try. But confused Squid, he's electing not to hold the corner this time around. And it might not matter. It's going to be 3 seconds left, and it's all she wrote. It's going to be Jover and Butler University on their debut on the 2026 College Halo Stream